Hey guys, how's it going? Yu-Gi-Oh! Advance 176 here, back for a long break. I apologize again. A lot of things have been happening right now, but I've been getting kind of like mixed up with life now. Stress, losing hair, crap like that, and a few other things. Just personal life matters. Anyway, so here I am with it. Welcome back, the Waedablea, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Advance 176, whatever the fuck you Uncle Bills. Fuck yourself. Anyways, so you guys probably know me better for playing Yang Zings or Battling Boxers, but recently I've been trying out this deck called Crystrons, but I don't like to play normal decks, so we're going to try something else. So I've got some Machinas here, and I've got Kakaris as well. I apologize for my really bad frame rate right now. My computer is still not the greatest. It's the same thing I've had since the start of the channel. Yep. Deck is fairly budget. It's just mainly meta stuff, so if you don't have it, you're probably not going to be playing this deck anyways. You can always take out these cards and put in something else. You don't need floodgates and you don't need staples. However, there are a few you must have to make this deck work. So we're going to go ahead and get into the deck profile. If you guys want to see a gameplay, I'll leave a link to a game that happened in the future. Magic down description. Yeah. Oh god. God, I haven't done YouTube in so long. I do apologize. I'm over here acting like a nut job. So, get into it. Alright, so first off, we've got ourselves some Machina Fortress. Basically what it does is we're going to be pitching our Crystrons, mainly Crystrons, hopefully, or however the fuck you say his name. Praises. That is what it's called, okay? It's this card right here. It's Turtle. It's his name now. It's Turtle. That's his name. Okay, so we're going to be pitching Turtle and we're going to be pitching Fern. Basically, what we're going to be doing there is we're going to be setting up for some special plays. You're mainly going to be using your normal summons to get out Machina Gear Frame. Gear Frame will search out your Fortress. Fortress, you'll pitch whatever you have in hand. I don't run any of the Crystrons Stellar Traps. Boo, right? Yeah, it's not a pure variant, but you can run those. In fact, if you can't find a lot of these cards, you can always side in Smogger. Smogger basically is your search engine for the spells and traps. Vice versa for the monsters. And finally, we have Rosinix. Basically, we're going to be using him for sinking into 7s, just like Gear Frame, except we're not going to be normal summoning him most of the time. You're going to want to have Gear Frame in hand. You can work with this deck to build around it and hopefully maybe get something else. So, yeah, we can always try that. So we've got Rosinix here. He banishes himself and gets the level 1 tuners, or level 1s, and sets up for Formula Synchron draws. So that's always good. We've got Quan here, which we're going to be syncing with Machina Fortress, which helps get Steel out. Steel specials. Strategist from deck. I apologize. It's 2 a.m. in the morning. Shut up. Okay, so I've got Strategist here, and Strategist is basically going to be setting us up for Synchro into either Niverin or whatnot. We're going to be syncing with him into Fortress, Quan into Fortress, into Steel, or we're going to be syncing with Citri and Sulfur to get into the 7, which will set up for plays to special during your opponent's turn and change battle position, basically to stall a turn out maybe, or get a draw because of Steel's effect. And that's basically what you're going to be using Steel in this engine for, basically, is the draw and the setup for a synchro summon for this guy. He's not a great card. Okay, I lied. He's pretty good. You're going to need it if you're going to run the engine effectively. I mean, he turns a 28 beater into a 33,000 beater. Who would not do that? Everybody knows math. We're gonna pick the bigger number, so you go. Yes. I'm tired. Shut up. Okay, so basically we got some basic staples here. We've him that specials the other Crystrons whenever he's pitched, and then we have him, which is whenever we use Citry to sync, we're going to be using Ron to search out from the banish pile to get him back into the grave and special again, maybe. You know, recyclability. We do have Transmodify. This is probably the only staple you might actually have to really run. Transmodify is going to be your level up. It's going to be your searcher, and it's going to be your specialer, and setting up for specials. Stick, unfortunately, has no guarantee that you will set up. So going first is kind of essential, which kind of sucks, but you can work around it. It is very playable. I suggest you guys give this deck a whirl before you actually play it in real life. We have Reasoning, which is going to be specialing from the top of our deck. Basically, people are going to be guessing between 1 and 7. You've got a very wide range, but most of your monsters are 3, and once people realize that, they're going to be picking 3, so... I mean, you've still got a fair chance of hitting a 5, a 7, a 4, 1, or 2. So that's like 1/6 of a chance of them actually getting it right. Maybe. And then we have Iron Call here, basically your Call the Haunted, your Monster Reborn for the deck. He sets up for your main synchros that gives you quite a few other sets up. And then we have Foolish Burial, basically to dump Sofern or Thicevern, maybe Prizor, Turtle, whatever you want to call him. And Rosadink's basically for the tuner setup. Train to search out Fortress. Sorry, I'm explaining the deck, not giving you a deck profile. Okay, so 2 Fortress, 1 Sulfur, Gofu in here. You don't really need him, but you can use him. I haven't play tested with it yet, so you gotta forgive me for that. Then we have 3 Rosaniks here. Yep. 3 Gear Frame, 3 Thicevern, Smogger. I only run 1 because I don't run any of the spells or traps. I run him mainly for the non-tuner aspect. I mean, I could probably add Marauding Captain into work just as well, but I like having the Crystron ability, just having it as a machine works. You could probably add one of the Cyber Dragons and then add in the Contact into the extra deck if you really wanted to. I mean, that would definitely work in the deck. We've got Karakuri here, the strategist. We got Rowan, 1 Rowan, because he's OCG, and we're not entirely sure if he's going to be that way, but I kind of hope, because then you would get 1 from hand, deck, and graveyard, or 1 from hand, graveyard, and banished. Then you'd have Ace, you got 2 of him, you got 2 Citry, you got 2 Quan, 2 Transmodify, 1 Reasoning, 2 Iron Call, Foolish Burial, Trap Stuns, got 3 of those. These are basically things you can swap out, but they're just how I prefer to play. So Anti-Spell basically for Pendulums, Strikes for Pendulums as well. Yeah, as you can tell, I hate them, but whatever. Alright, we got Warnings here, we got some Scolding. Got the extra deck now. We have Formula, we got 2 Quantum, we've got 2 Amatrix, we've got 1 Inzector, Power Inzector. I've considered siding it out for now and putting in Void Ogre, because Void Ogre is a good setup, because I noticed that you have a hand lack after you've done most of your big plays, so you've got to be careful what you summon. That's why I would say Void Ogre is a good choice there. Basically, negation of a spell, it's always good to have. Moonlight, basically, you can just sync during your opponent's turn for it. Whenever you have Quantum out, go into a level 3, maybe Iceburn, or maybe the Smogger, or the level 1. There's several ways you can do it. Formula Synchron also allows that setup. Then we've got Shogun Model 00, which is going to be setting up a few things. I apologize, everyone. Right now, I am very nervous. Anyways. We go back into Steel. Steel is going to be our draw card. Cypher Overlord Omega. He's going to be returning our banished stuff. If you start running low, you're going to be going straight into him. He's also a good card just to remove cards from the hand, which is pretty sick. I love that. Then we got Crystal Wing. Staple. You don't have to run it. You could always run Stardust or Spark. I don't know. You can put that to your own tests. See what you like. I've got Cloud Castle here because, well, for one, it sets up some really funny plays. It's going to be setting up something to where most people with pendulums can't even attack, and then you've got another deck that just anything that's level 8 or under is going to be struggling to hit you. So you're going to have this one massive beat stick that people can't get over without taking a full turn or wasting a Pop or a Raigeki on it. Then you've got Crystrons here. You don't really need it, but you can use it. It works. You'll rarely use it. Then you can use Cloudcaster's effect beneficially, and you could probably run in a couple of level 9s. I mean, it's up to you. Then I've got the new Crystron that's coming out here in a minute. It's okay. It's basically your DD Crow for the deck, so it's okay. You can definitely make it quite a few times, though. And then finally, High Paladin, the guy you're going to be syncing for whenever you're in an emergency route. I think that about does it for the extra deck, guys, and hopefully you like it. I'll put up a video for the deck after this one, so enjoy. I'll see you guys in the next video, and I apologize for my nervousness. Just a lot's been going on, and I'm hoping that things will get better with me, so I'll talk to you guys later. Hope for support. Yeah. Shh. If you stayed longer, don't mind me. I'm just standing here. Description down there is the game, you know. No? Okay then.